What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're gonna cook some of these people up because I have been, collecting some data. Okay, collecting some data. After I posted my video talking about the Woowa 2.8 story, I gave it some time to simmer down. I posted it on the 22nd. Gave it like 3 days to simmer down because I want to collect some data to really put these toxic positive people in their place. Not even toxic positive, but insecure people. I really wanted to put them in their place because this situation is exposing how the Woowa community is now turning into the Genshin Impact community. Not even just the Genshin community, the Hoyo community. The same people that they're constantly bitching about, the same people that they're constantly moaning about on a daily basis, they're becoming them. They're literally becoming Hoyo shills. So you guys see for this video, the Woowa story, 72%, 72.3%, 46 dislikes, 120 likes. And if for every other game where wins beat Do Not Abyss, we're seeing it at least above 90%. And for this video where I'm talking about Woowa 2.8, 83%, 26 dislikes. Honestly, this is actually not that bad. This video, where can I find it? Where I'm talking about 2.7, 60 dislikes. So it's pretty obvious that when it comes to the Woowa community, if they find a video where somebody is just not satisfied with the game, they view you as a threat. They view you as a threat, and they will pretty much brigade and bombard your video with dislikes. Now, this isn't as bad compared to this right over here. Good lord, they absolutely dumped on this video. So we have a content creator here named Amethyst Abrams, and the title of his video was "This Story Arc Was Not For Me." So it's pretty clear that in this video, he's explaining why he's not a fan of the 2.8 story. Once again, story is subjective. You can feel however you feel about the story as long as you're not attacking people for liking it or disliking it, right? But that's not what he's doing here. He's not doing that at all. If you guys watch the video, he's not doing that. He's just expressing his honest thoughts on the story. But of course, when it comes to Woowa community, you're not allowed to express your dissatisfaction with the game because it's a perfect game. The game has no flaws. The game has zero flaws. And if you criticize the game, you're a Hoyo shill. These people are unbelievably cooked. Unbelievably cooked. To the point where they're not even willing to watch this video. 235 dislikes, 80 likes. And when we look at the comments here, man, oh man, sometimes I don't understand why people want a world-ending kind of story. And to be honest, 2.8 story is a good prelude to 3.0. Congrats. Congratulations. If you like 2.8, cool. Nobody is stopping you from liking it. However, you sitting here trying to explain why 2.8 is a good prelude to somebody who says that they don't like the 2.8 story, it comes off as projecting. You're projecting your enjoyment to somebody who clearly did not enjoy the 2.8 story. It's fucking weird. And they like to label their projecting as, oh, it's just my opinion, right? Because once again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But when you start questioning why somebody doesn't enjoy something, projecting, you're projecting and you're also insecure as well. So let's continue some more. This person is pretty much getting mad because he titled his video Woowa 2.8 is trash. And this is what he says. It oversteps other people's preferential opinion who likes the story for a 2.8. What? So let's say somebody makes a video and the title for that video is Woowa 2.8 story is amazing. Do you think it makes any sense for somebody to say, oh, you saying that 2.8 story is amazing, you putting that as your title, that actually puts other people down because they don't like the story. So please change that title. You see how stupid that sounds? Like that doesn't make any sort of sense. Using your logic, you're pretty much using your enjoyment for 2.8 to control how people title their videos, bro. If somebody genuinely doesn't enjoy 2.8, why can't they say that it's trash? That's how they feel. I don't give a fuck if you're offended. That's a you problem. Because if I was offended that you enjoyed it, you would say the same thing too. You would say that it's a me problem, that I have an issue, that you enjoy the story. Like the double standards, I don't know, man. These people, bro. Anyways, let's continue. This comment right here is ridiculous. This person says, "Thanks for showing us your true color. Thought you are one of the decent ones. 2.8 is fucking goated for showing us which Woo was CC to fill her out. Also, the sneaky title change." Let me look at his comment history. Okay, so one comment, got it. So a lot of these people are coming from, I don't know, probably coming from Twitter, coming from Facebook. This guy clearly came from Facebook as well and Twitter. He only has 2 comments under this channel, and he's saying, "Yeah, Gotcha Smack is the first CC I unfollowed, immediately put on the do not recommend." So it's pretty obvious that these people are coming from other social media platforms. They probably saw this video on Twitter and they just started shitting on this guy because he doesn't like the story. That's how it goes all the time. You make a video, people are going to take clips from your video, post it on Twitter, and they just shit on you. And then they bombard your channel. It happened to me multiple times. In one of my live streams, when I said that a quality of life was useless and woo brigaded. I had a bunch of people come into my comment section saying that, "Oh, I'm toxic, I'm a Hoyo shill, you're calling me a bitch, being racist." I mean, these people are just unbelievably cooked to the point where all you have to do is just fucking ban them. That's all you got to do. And this comment right over here is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the Eastern superiority complex. Every single time you have a Western content creator, and by the way, this is under Amethyst's channel, but every single time you have a Western content creator who's expressing their dissatisfaction with the product, not even just Wuthering Waves, but any product in general, you have these idiots who will come in and say, as usual, spoiled entitled Western tourist CC complaining again. Nothing new here. Cruel spoiled them too much. They want more and more. So you not being satisfied about the 2.8 story, you not being a fan of the 2.8 story means that you are an entitled Western CC. And since since Eastern players like the 2.8 story, you're the problem. And when you look at his comment history, laugh my ass out. Another Western CC saying Augusta save Electro. Meanwhile, many smaller Asian CCs clearing endgame. This person is clearly putting this content creator down for simply being a Western content creator. I don't understand where this whole like Eastern obsession is coming from, where we're basing off our enjoyment, we're basing off everything off of another region. Oh, because Eastern community doesn't like this, we don't like it too. Because Eastern community did this, we're gonna do it too. Because Eastern community likes this, we should like it too. How about you think for your fucking self? Hmm? How about that? The difference between the Western community and the Eastern community is that when it comes to the Western community and Western CCs, and this is just facts, you can like cry all about it, I don't care. But when it comes to Western community, we have a fucking backbone. We have a fucking backbone. And if we see that something is wrong, we're gonna call it out. And I'm not saying that the 2.8 story was wrong, but we're not afraid to voice our opinions. We're not afraid to say how we feel. If the Eastern community doesn't want to do that, then they can do that. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But just because you see another community not saying a damn thing, they enjoy the 2.8 story, it doesn't mean that, oh, we should do the same thing as well. We should enjoy it too. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they enjoy it. If they enjoy it, cool. If I don't enjoy it, then I don't enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie to myself and force myself to enjoy something because another community enjoys it. What the fuck are we talking about? So, yeah, I'm not gonna read all these comments, but it's obvious that a lot of people are going after this guy simply because he doesn't like the story. I mean, not the story overall, but the 2.8 story, he's not a fan of it. And when you guys check out my video here, now I'm gonna go ahead and move back around 7 minutes and 5 seconds. Here's what I said when it comes to the whole 2.8 story. That's pretty much how I feel about Woo 2.8 story. Just don't really care that much. That's literally it. Like, if you guys watch this video, all I'm saying is that I don't really care about the story anymore, because it's a cycle where new character gets released, that new character revolves around that specific patch, and then once the patch is over, that character just doesn't exist. It happens so many times, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not a fan of it anymore. If you like it, congrats. If you don't like it, congratulations. Like, it's just, I don't know what else. So yeah, that's literally it, guys. If you like the story, cool. If you don't like the story, that's fine. That's how I feel. But it's illegal for you to say that because there's only one option. You have to enjoy it. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this one comment over here because this is absolutely ridiculous. And the reason why I don't have a lot of negative comments under this video is because I just banned a lot of people. There's still some, dumb fucks coming in here calling me a Hoyo shield, but I just leave that for evidence for you guys. But this comment right here is absolutely insane. And it just shows how cuckoo some of these people are. This person says, it's interesting that you are complaining about anime troops in an anime gotcha game. Okay. Sometimes you don't have to be serious with aura moments and fighting all the time. These are the same people who are constantly saying, oh, Rover has so much aura, bro. Like, they're so flip floppy. It's okay. Woo has gotten better. This is not 1.0 anymore, but what would a Hoyo shield in disguise know about good story and improvement? It's pretty clear that this guy's a tourist because if you actually watch a lot of my videos, if you take a look at my channel, I made like what? A bunch of videos criticizing Genshin Impact, a bunch of videos criticizing HSR, a lot of Hoyo games. But yeah, pop off King. You like MCU movies since you have a poster of one of them. So because I have a poster that shows Captain America Civil War, that means that I like every single MCU movie. Yo, these niggas are grasping for straws at this point, man. They are also mediocre at best. So, bro sounds like a man child. Like when I read that part, it comes off as, "Oh, you don't like this part of the Woo 2.8 story? Well, the MCU is mediocre then. Like you sound like a child. Like that's something a child would say. When you say something that a child doesn't like, they're like, "Well, you're ugly." That's what this person sounds like. Oh my gosh, man, this can't be real. Bro's getting mad at me because I said that, and then he attacks me for liking Captain America Civil War, for liking MCU movies. By the way, I don't like every single MCU movie, but he sees the poster and he's like, "Oh, you like MCU movies? Oh, they're fucking dog shit." Like, why are you so bitter, bro? Like, what does the MCU have anything to do with this? We're talking about a damn video game. We're talking about a gotcha game, and this nigga talking about the MCU. Like, what? So because you think MCU is mediocre, that means that I should just accept that, oh, Wuthering Waves is the best of all time? Like, are we saying that Wua is better? Like, Wua's story is better than movies like Captain America Civil War? Is better than movies like Endgame, Infinity War? Like, is that what we're saying? Well, let's continue. But you do you. Continue complaining about stuff that doesn't bother the Eastern fandom. You see, they always bring up Eastern fandom, the Eastern community. It's like they're basing their enjoyment, they're basing how they feel about the game off of Eastern community. It's fucking weird. It is. It's so weird how you guys are basing your enjoyment off of another region. I don't give a fuck who likes or dislikes the story. I care about how I feel, and how I feel about 2.8 is I just don't care about it anymore. And that's that. That's all that matters to me. And if you have an issue with that, that is a you problem. Eastern fandom, but complain about China calling Rover senpai, which is an honorific. And bro is bringing up the whole senpai thing. Let me go ahead and remind you guys, if you didn't watch this video, I didn't even mention the senpai thing at all in the video. So it's pretty clear that bro just came into the he just came into the video and just started ranting about something that I'm not even talking about in the video. Bro was talking about senpai, MCU, anime tropes, like Eastern fandom. I didn't even mention. I didn't even mention the JP community, the CN community. I even mentioned them. I'm just talking about how I feel about the 2.0 story, and bro's talking about a whole nother region, senpai, MCU. What? And then of course, this right over here. Ignore the bullying to her character, the racism towards resonators, the people dying in the city, the fun parts with characters from the Black Shores having interaction and fun. Let's all blindly follow you, the so called expert on story, when you clearly put others down for liking something. Okay, so This is coming from somebody who didn't even watch the fucking video. If you watch my video about me talking about the 2.8 story, I didn't mention about the bullying. I didn't mention about the racism. If you actually go watch my live stream about me going through the story, go watch my 2.8 live stream. And I actually watched the cutscenes where she was getting bullied. And I was like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. Oh, that's messed up. There are so many people in this community, and it's not even just this community in general. This is something that's just on the internet, unfortunately. But a lot of these people come from Twitter. They come from Twitter, they come from Reddit, they come from other social media platforms, and then they just infect your channel with a bunch of comments that make absolutely no fucking sense. And then they just start trauma dumping, making it seem as if you're a heartless person because oh, you're gonna ignore her getting bullied, you're gonna ignore her being, her facing racism. Who said I was ignoring that? Who said I was ignoring that? And once again, in the video, I said it multiple times. I don't care about the story anymore. These people are now reaching a new low to the point where they're now using a character who got bullied, a character who's facing racism. They're using that as a way to say, you are not allowed to say that you dislike 2.8 because this character went through some trauma. Because Chisa went through some trauma, you're not allowed to say that you don't care about the story. Are you fucking kidding me? Since you want to go ahead and play the trauma dumping game and force me to like what you like, let's do it. The MCU poster you were talking about, Captain America Civil War. Did you know that Bucky was being mentally abused by the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Did you know that they kept erasing his memories so that they can manipulate him and use him? Did you know about that? What you call the MCU mediocre. So you think that all the trauma Bucky went through was mediocre? That's what you think? That's what I fucking thought. And we have this video over here. Now, the reason why I pulled up this video is because when you are a content creator who actually enjoys, right? If you enjoy 2.8, 1K likes, 8 dislikes. Notice how the content creators who actually enjoy 2.8, they're not facing any sort of harassment from these people. They're not. Instead, all you get is, oh, you're one of the best CCs. I enjoyed this video. Thank you for actually liking the story. That's what you get when you enjoy what they enjoy. This video here, let me refresh it here. Let me show y'all how many dislikes this video got. And I watched this whole video, and he was being fair. He was actually being fair in this video. I watched the whole thing. He included Final Fantasy. What he was saying makes sense. But no, let's dislike the video just cause. Yeah, let's just dislike the video. Because he doesn't enjoy what we enjoy, so therefore let's dislike it. Guys, it's obvious what's going on here. It's getting to a point where when it comes to WUWA, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse when it comes to the community. They like to use the whole Western CC thing as a way to pretty much block criticism from the game. They like to use the whole Western CC thing to pretty much isolate people who feel as if the game isn't satisfying them, which is totally fine because once again, we all play these games for a reason. All have our own reasons to play these games. I will never go after somebody for playing the game for their own reason, right? If they want to play WoW for the story, by all means go ahead. If they want to play WoW for the combat, by all means go ahead. If you want to play WoW for the gacha, go ahead. You're a gacha addict, okay? You're a gacha addict, but do what you got to do. Nobody's going to stop you from doing that. I'm not going to attack you and say, oh, you're a piece of shit for playing the game your way. I'm never going to do something like that. But can the same thing be said for these people? Can the same thing be said for these Kurobots? No. No, it can't. If you play the game your way, if you don't enjoy something about this game, brigade. Dislike bomb. You're the worst content creator. Doom posting. Drama farming. All of these words flying, coming out of nowhere. Because one man said, yeah, I don't really care about the story that much anymore. You can enjoy it. You don't have to enjoy it. It is what it is. All of this outrage, pointless drama over that. I say this all the time, but a lot of people like to place the blame on content creators when it comes to drama. And I will say, sometimes, yes, content creators do fan the flames when it comes to drama, but viewers are no different. Viewers are no different. They like to escalate things that weren't meant to be escalated whatsoever. They like to take things way too fucking far, post shit on Twitter, take clips, absolutely dunk on CCs for no fucking reason, bro. Just because that CC said, I'm just not feeling this story. It's just not my cup of tea. Y'all niggas need to go get a fucking life. For real. Get a fucking life, grow up, and understand that everyone has their own preference. Everybody is entitled to how they feel. And that's okay. That's what you guys need to understand. So, yes, at the end of the day, when it comes to the whole 2.8 story situation, people who are crashing out, getting mad that people don't enjoy 2.8, they're in the wrong. Because I haven't seen a single person, a single content creator making a video saying, if you like 2.8, you are a piece of shit. You are the worst human being ever. You are garbage. You are a dumb. I've never seen somebody say that about anybody who enjoys the 2.8 story. I haven't seen that at all I've been seeing so far from the people who don't enjoy the 2.8 story, they're like, it's just not my cup of tea. I don't enjoy it. Oh, it's trash. I don't really care. They're just expressing their thoughts. That's it. That's literally it. Every time it comes to the Woowa community, these niggas always want to have an excuse whenever the community gets caught lacking. Whenever the community gets caught for being toxic, they always try to place the blame on Hoyo Shields. Oh, it's probably Hoyo Shields in disguise. No, bitch, it's you. You're the problem. Look in the fucking mirror and realize that you're the problem. Stop trying to deflect blame and place it on Hoyo Shields 24/7. When you keep deflecting the blame, you're only going to make shit worse from the inside because you're not holding yourself accountable. You're not realizing that you're creating a toxic positive environment. You're just deflecting, pushing the blame, and never looking at yourself. That's all I have to say when it comes to the Woowa 2.8 story. I already proved myself, and if you want to come into the comment section and challenge me, by all means, go ahead. Let's see what you got. Because I'm honestly fed up with these people. I really am. I make a 7-minute video, 7-minute video saying that I don't care about the story that much. You're attacking people. You're putting people down for liking the story. You're toxic. You like the MCU? The MCU is trash. All of that just for me saying I don't really care about the story anymore. Fucking embarrassing.